Welcome to the video. So, today I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on Google's flagship smartphones, the Google Pixel and the Google Pixel XL. So, if you don't know already, I'm quite the iPhone person, but recently I've been looking a lot more into Android phones, so I decided to check out the Google Pixel and Pixel XL just to see what I think of them, my overall view of them, if I like them, if I don't, because I am considering Android as an option when I upgrade my iPhone 6. So, without further ado, I'm going to express or share my thoughts on these smartphones. Google did a great job on the software in the Pixel and Pixel XL because the hardware and software work perfectly together like what's found on the iPhone, and it's not really found anywhere else on competitors like Samsung and LG. Um, so the operating system is very simple to use and it's really fast because Google can optimize it as much as they want. This is also a really good thing for people who want the latest software updates as soon as possible because this phone runs stock Android and it will through its entire lifetime. So it will always get the latest updates before almost any other smartphone on the market. So you'll always be first in line for the new software updates, new features, and just new neat tricks that Google comes up with in their new software updates. You won't have to wait for your carrier to support it. It's a lot like the iPhone, and that's a thing that I really enjoy. In summary, for the software, you'll always get the latest updates, until it's too old to get them, of course. And the software will also run really fast and smooth for a very long time. One thing that I'm not impressed with, actually, is shockingly the design. And it highly resembles the iPhone in a lot of ways. That's probably a surprising thing for some viewers here, because I love the iPhone, but I really don't like this design, because I'm tired of it on my iPhone too, the gigantic bezels. And I feel like the Google Pixel really doesn't need the giant bezel at the bottom. If you'll see, there's a giant bezel at the bottom below the screen, and there's no specific reason for it to be there. There's no home button, nothing there. It's just a giant slab of glass that could be used as part of the screen to make the screen larger without expanding the footprint of the phone, but no, there's giant bezels on the front of the screen, making the screen fairly tiny compared to the bezels. The bezels are giant chunks, and I think if Google went the way that LG did and the way that Samsung is rumored to go with their S8, and just tried to go as bezel-free as possible, maybe put edges to the screen, make the design really appealing, it would be a much more appealing phone to people. But the design doesn't stand out, which makes it really hard to compete with competitive smartphones like the Galaxy S7 Edge, Galaxy S8, LG G6, etc. Also, the back doesn't look too appealing either, with a little chunk of glass randomly at the top of the phone on the back, but the rest is metal, so there's just this random piece of glass on top of the metal. And some people like that design, but I don't. I think it just looks really awkward and odd to have two different materials on the back of the phone like that, the way they put it. So I would have liked if it was either all metal or all glass, but not like 40% glass and then the rest being metal. I think it just looks really odd, and it's not too visually appealing in my opinion. As for the screen is not stunning like on Samsung's phones and LG's, but it definitely is a great smartphone screen, very vivid, bright, and it competes with, say, the iPhones. I would say it's up to par with the iPhone or better than the iPhone. So, it's a good screen, you're not going to have problems with it. It's not the best screen ever, but it's not horrible. The Google Pixel's camera is one of the best Android smartphone cameras at this time because it takes really vivid, bright, and colorful photos that rival the iPhone. So you're never really going to have to worry about low quality photos because the camera is stunning on this smartphone. Another thing to note is that there's fast charging, so you can get a lot of battery life within 15 minutes, which is a feature that's coming to a lot of smartphones recently. But it's just really important to note that if you want a phone that will charge quickly if you're always needing to charge up, then you should get this phone because it doesn't take long at all to get a lot of battery life when charging with the quick charge feature. And another thing to note is there's also a fingerprint scanner on the back. Most smartphones have fingerprint scanners now, but some don't, so I just wanted to make that clear. It doesn't have an iris scanner, but the fingerprint scanner, according to most people that use the Google Pixel, works very well and smoothly, and there isn't really any problems with it. So you can easily use that instead of a typical password or numerical code or pattern code. You could just use your fingerprint instead, just like on the iPhone or the Galaxy S7, for example. Also, just quickly, I want to mention, unlike competitors like the Galaxy S7, the LG G6, and the iPhone 7, this smartphone is not waterproof or water resistant, so you can't bring this in a pool or in a shower or anything. You have to keep it away from water, so that's one problem with this phone that I saw. So in summary, this isn't for the smartphone enthusiast that wants all the latest features, like, for example, waterproofing and a 4K screen. It's for the basic smartphone user that just wants some good fast software, a good camera, good battery life, and good charging. So it's more so for the basic smartphone user that just wants a good smartphone, but not the best smartphone on the face of the earth. So if you're looking for a really good smartphone that just outdoes all of the competitors, this one isn't it. But if you just want a basic phone that runs good and will last long, this phone is perfectly for you. So that's all I'm going to say here. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Now please share your opinions on the Google Pixel and Pixel XL if you have any in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.